One day, Gray says, I'm gonna to be able to afford a real laptop. So I'm not just pretending. I'm also gonna buy myself a computer chair. So I'm not sitting on oversized ducts of electrical tape. Hello, everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're checking out a game for the channel called Gunsmith. I'm gonna have links in the description below if you want to check this out. This is neat. So this is a tycoon, money-making, building, crafting style of game with a very unique twist. We are suppliers for the military, and our job is to create an assembly where we make all kinds of equipment. And it's not just about guns either. I'm actually making like camouflaged gloves right now. The idea is you start by making fairly simplistic items. Gloves, backpacks, you know, flak vests, things of that nature. And as time goes on, you get research points, which you utilize your budget for in order to spend to get research every day, and you can unlock all kinds of new stuff. Now, again, this is like pre-alpha I'm looking at right here. So they're doing some testing of the game. You guys may even be able to get in on it. I don't know if you have any experience with that kind of stuff, but if you want to give it a shot, they're always looking for opinions and stuff like that of what they're doing. Small little team, very interested in this game. So right now, this is kind of what we're looking at research-wise. But the thing is that you're going to be able to make ammunition. You're going to be able to make weapons. You're going to be able to make, they said, eventually, like, armored vehicles and stuff like that. That is cool. Now, of course, you could go and take all the different orders over here. There's plenty of orders for us to make. We got 9mm bullets. We got, obviously, a lot of gloves, because that's kind of like what you start out with. This is like the most basic object that you can make. Got some backpacks down here. All kinds of different nationalities that you're working for. You get statuses with them as you start fulfilling different, you can see over here, the US, I've been fulfilling some of their requirements, so I'm getting some of my reputation up with them. You also have, every once in a while, as you would expect, men in dark-colored suits that come and visit you now and again and ask you to make things under the table. So yes, not everything is legal. Sometimes the black market is a definite way to make stacks of cash. Now over here, my boxes are starting to flip out. I don't have enough of these things over here. I gotta buy a couple more of these. It starts us off with, you know, this little setup over here. I kind of like janked my way through what's going on. Now you have to know what all these different items do too. So over here, you have these things called dispensers. And what they do is they shoot out different types of objects that you choose. So right now, I can shoot out all these different objects, but right now I'm just shooting out fabric sheets. So they shoot out the fabric sheets. The sheets go into our cutter over here, all right? That cut down the sheets into these camouflage gloves, but we need like some extra special goo on the gloves. So I have plastic blocks that go into the heater that then come out as these plastic squares. They go in with the glove into the combiner, or this merger machine. This stamps them together, and then what you get on the other side is prepared to go through one sewing machine, two sewing machines, and that right there is how you get a pair of camo gloves. Now, we also have camouflage backpacks, boots, trousers, vests, and then, of course, our bullets that we can eventually make. So, for right now, I'm working on the gloves. I think I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the zipper, which is what you need to make the backpacks. I got boxes stacking all over the place, man. Let's see if we can, yeah, okay, we can clean this up. So let's go ahead and finish our job over here. Gerald Smith, otherwise known as Jerry, reputation has increased. Now, all these different people over here have details and stuff. You notice, Gerald Smith, he's 75 years old, with the National Army of the United States of America. We have a good standing with him right now. Jerry is a high-profile militant. His grandfather was part of the National Guard and fought in World War I. Gerald is an old friend of your father and a good client. He does have a temper. So one thing to note here is, you know, if you're feeling Stardew Valley-ish, this is, you know, we inherited this beautiful factory over here. There's rockets and stuff. We inherited this factory over here. I think we're sitting over here just looking smug. Yeah, we're just kind of over here typing away at our non-existent laptop. We got a couple of rounds near us, a little, you know, some body armor or something over here. Couple of cases of who knows what. You never know what we have in an arms dealer factory. But we inherited this shop And now we have to make sure that it turns a profit. So let's go back over to the order area. We're going to definitely need more orders. We've got 60 camo gloves right now. It's kind of interesting that all these boxes are here. Like, I just sold a bunch of gloves. Let me see what I can do to kind of clean all this up. I guess I could always use more of these things anyway. You go over to the build menu. This is where, like, all your different areas are. Like, cutting and forging and welding and merging and punching and sewing and shaking and utility, all that stuff. So what I think we're going to do is grab an extra couple of racks over here. Now, I'm curious, do these racks have to touch? I don't know. I've never really messed with this. Like, if I put them down, if I kind of stack them like this, will the boxes kind of automatically shuffle to the back of the racks? I'm really not sure. And, like, what happens if I try and deconstruct these racks over here? I'm very curious if I can, like, start moving these around or something. Hey, Jerry, you need some more gloves, man? I got gloves laying all over the place. He's got another one over here that he needs. Now, you notice that a few people, sometimes their statuses go down. Like over here, whenever it looks like whenever we complete a job for the, yeah, see this, the reputation went down. It looks like every once in a while when we complete jobs with certain people, the reputation with others kind of get jacked up. So let's go ahead and complete this. Go ahead and make some cash, another $2,500. All right, I've cleaned up all the crap on the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna stack these things to the sky if I have to. Because you can keep stacking them, it looks like. Like, if we go over here to the rack, and we click on it, and we go ahead and make it, we can keep these going upward. Now, 250 bucks for each one, but a small price to pay, all right? I'm not too worried about it. Now, what I do want to do is I want to start making... Oh, is it gonna go on it, though? Hold on, let me check over here. Yes, there we go! That's what I'm talking about. Now we're getting the stacks up here. So you can clean things up off the ground very quickly. There's a little area thing over here called the Hoover. So if something lays on the ground, you can just click on it and it sucks it back up into storage. That's effectively like your dude going out into his factory and deciding to, like, pick it up and make it so it doesn't look like hammered crap, which is kind of nice. I appreciate that he takes the opportunity to go out and, you know, fix things. Now, if you want, one of the things that you can do, and this is kind of neat, is you can go over here and see how we have, like, this assembly line? What you can do is, obviously, you can name it. So we could call this, like, camo glove line or something like that. And then there's these machines over here that's on this line. Right now, we can see that the cutter machine and the dispenser machine are on the line. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and add more machines. So we could add everything to this because it's what we need in order to make all of the camos. Gloves. So let's go ahead and add all this, add this. So now that we've added everything, what you can do is you can power it off, and then it'll turn everything off in one shot. So we're not just, like, making gloves forever, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and power off. Everything gets shut off. These conveyor belts are always on, but it's fine. They're not like doing anything or anything like that. As long as we're not constantly spilling out different items, we're not gonna have to worry about making like 10 billion gloves. Yeah, see how there's no more gloves pouring out over here? There's no more plastic pouring out over here. You can move around, by the way, if you want. You can go ahead and get down pretty low. I actually appreciate that. See what fantastic condition all of our supplies are in. I had no idea that this factory was in such good shape. I kind of want to see what else is in this factory, because, like, this factory is, like, I had no idea, but this factory is gigantic. You can see you could purchase new areas as well, so you have even more space to continue to make your gigantic assembly lines, which is pretty slick. Like I said, all we're using right now is this tiny little area over here. It's all we need. So let's go check to see what it takes to make a backpack. I want to start making backpacks. Go over here to the cookbook. Oh, here we go, here we go. We need to unlock this first. So we've got the camo gloves, but we need this one. It takes 1 day to unlock, and we have plenty of research points. I went ahead and, like, slowed my... In fact, I'm gonna turn it off. We have so many research right now, we don't need to invest any more money in research. So, wow, that was freaking quick. Okay, so we just got a whole bunch of new things that we should be able to do. Over here to the cookbook. Yes! Now we've got the boots, we've got the vests, we've got the backpacks. Let's take a look at some of the orders real quick, because I know we have some extra orders over here. This guy wants some backpacks. He wants some gloves as well. Let's see what else we got if we roll on down here. Anything for America? Right over here. Combat boots. Oh my god. And a whole freaking slew of gloves. As long as we can finish it in an hour, we'd be able to fulfill this, and we'll get $21,000 for it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So keep making the camo gloves, and then we gotta work on combat boots. Let's get the gloves back underway. For that should be easy. Just go back over here, go over to our station, turn everything back on, and all the machines hum back to life. And now, yep, see, now they're spitting out gloves once more, and they'll be making more camo gloves. Let's see what it takes to make the boots, though. To the cookbook, we want the, was it combat boots, was it? Hold on, let me double check over here. Combat boots, yeah. So over here, combat boots. So fabric, plastic, sewing, zipping. Let's see here. Heat, plastic, boot sole. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, so this has to go through a former, and then it merges it to a combat boot. Then it has to sew it again, and then it finally goes to the boxing area. Holy God! Is there anything? Okay, is there anything a little bit easier? Jesus. See, now this would be nice and easy. A nice backpack. There you go. Dispense, cut. You have a backpack. Oh, I wonder if we can get this one done by Mitchie. Mitchie over here wants 100 combat backpacks and then some camo gloves. And we have a ton of camo gloves. Let's see if we can maybe get this done. All right, so for this one, we need cut, zip, and then everything has to meet in here. So we actually need like a zipper creator somewhere right over here after the cutter. So let's start putting that in. I got all my different objects down here. Let's see here. Where is my zipper at? Zipper under sewing adds a zip. Whoa, holy crap, this thing is big. You can move things with R if you want to kind of like position them around. So now once it's down, you can move this. It's not a big deal. You can just double click it and move it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. We're going to move this. This simulates our guy running out here all over the place using sweat equity and whatnot. So now I think that I can make another assembly line, but I can stack this onto it and make one for backpacks. All right, I just got my group all set up over here. We should be able to turn it on in just a minute. Now, before you do this, what you got to do is you got to make sure that all your dispensers are pulling out the right items. So we're going to need more fabric sheets. I can buy more of those, not a big deal. Over here by the cutter, we're going to have to go to output. And we want the backpacks from now on, so we'll be doing that. Then over here to the zipper, it just adds a zipper, so we don't need to add anything. Over here by our heaters and all that, we want our plastic fitting. That's fine. That's exactly what we need. Now over here by the merger, go to output, combat backpack, right over there. So now we'll be making a combat backpack, and then everything else should do it automatically. We shouldn't have to do anything else. This should run, I think. I'm probably gonna have to buy a ton more fabric, so let's go over to the market. Let me close this crap down. What do we got over here? Fabric sheet. Prices for fabric is going out. Now, the prices go up and down over time. So, like the other day, plastic blocks were at like a 10 or something like that to buy. So right now, they're actually... Can you sell them for a lot more? Let me get rid of this friggin' build menu. Yeah, so plastic blocks you can sell right now. That's kind of interesting and make a bunch of money? Huh. Hold on a second. Could you buy a bunch and then sell them? All right. I just made a crap ton of money. But you know what? This is gonna give us the opportunity to spend some money from now on. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's all about testing the game anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 1,000 pieces of fabric because these oh my God, I want to abuse this. I don't want to abuse this too much, but I should. These right here allowed me to get a ton of money so that we could kind of expand our shop over here. All right, so we've got all the fabric. We've got all the fittings. Let's go over here to camo backpacks. Turn it on. And now we should be spewing out. Let's check it out over here. So from now on, we should be spewing out camo backpacks. So the fabric is going into the cutter. You can actually see it. There it is. And out comes a fabric backpack. Now it goes through the zipper, okay? So now we get a zipper on it, and then it's gonna load up. What in the hell? Well, that's a problem. My backpacks are shooting on over there. Okay, hold on. Assembly line stop. Assembly line stop. We don't want that. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. The backpacks are kind of getting shucked way over there. Don't worry. Gray can fix this. I have an idea. There you go, baby. You can't keep a good gray down. I fixed it up over here. I got it staggered a little bit, so now they just kind of flip over here into the merger. But it's working. Whatever. As long as it works. If we go over here, yes, now we're making legitimate combat backpacks. That's what I always wanted, right there. We actually got 3 of them stocked up. Let's keep making more racks. Like I said, racks to the friggin' moon, because we're gonna want these prepared. Now, over here in the order area, hold on, let me get rid of this. Now, how many backpacks do I need? 100 backpacks. Okay, so we're gonna be making backpacks for a little bit unless we get some new orders coming out over here. I'm gonna roll through these just to check it out. Those boots are a pain in my ass. We're not gonna be doing that for a while. 120 backpacks. Pay good money though, 30 grand right there. Vests, backpacks and gloves. Okay, so 80 backpacks, 280 gloves, 150 camo vests. All right. We've got some backpack things over here. We should be able to do it in time. Like I said, I think we have... Let me see how much time we have over here. We still have an hour to get this done from Mitchie. So we should just be fine. Oh, we can make camo vests too. The camo vest uses the exact same style of line. Hold on. Is there anything better with the camo vests, I wonder? This wants trousers. That needs 2 layers of zipping and 2 layers of stitching. Or sewing, I should say. There's some camo vests around, but a lot of it is just like a ton of extra crap. So let's go ahead and accept Mitchie's request over here. I don't know if it stays on here forever or what. Like, I don't know if we don't accept it, if it'll stick and we won't have to worry about it. Now, he only takes 60 camo gloves. So I wonder if there's anyone that just needs like a couple of camo gloves, not freaking 260. Oh, Jerry needs some. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Jerry's as well, because now we should be able to fix this. It looks like if you don't do any orders from them for a while, the status has a tendency to go down. So right over there, we got some new orders, made a little bit of money, no big deal. And we still have plenty of gloves for Mitchie. Now, while that's going, because you can allow that to go in the background, it's still gonna run like that. Let's get our bullet production license right over here. It takes, what does it take over here? 150 with the Army, prerequisite research. Oh yeah, we should be fine on that, I would think. We probably need to unlock all this other stuff, I assume. Let me see over here. What else do we need to unlock in this area? Ah, I think we have to know all this before we get our license. All right, so start with this, 50 points. I'm just gonna start hitting all these. Oh, can you only do one at a time? I think you can only do one at a time. So we have to wait for 1 day for this to get done, and then we can keep running all the rest of them. We should have plenty of points. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of money over here toward it. Just because, again, we were able to make money pretty quick by buying and selling and playing the market a little bit. So if I have to, I could probably do it again. How we doing on backpacks over here, boys? What kind of backpack we got going on over here? 9 backpacks. Oh, by the order, we got 45 out of 100. So we'll be done with this soon enough. We'll get about 10 grand from putting that together. In case you're wondering what this giant safe room over here is, this is where our stacks of money go when the time comes. Oh, we just got one of our researches done. Let's go back over here. Next tier of research, we're gonna need the bullet puncher. So let's go ahead and grab that now. And I imagine we're gonna have like a giant assembly line just for bullets. We've got plenty of space, so like I'm not worried about it. It's not a big deal. I think we can utilize this entire, I assume we can utilize as much of this area as we want. Like we can do whatever we please. We've got more boxing machines over here. We've got a dispenser sitting over here. We've got a heater over here. So we have additional resources and equipment just kind of like laying around the factory that we can use if we want. Again, my assembly that's going on is kind of like jerry-rigged together, but it works, okay? I mean, it's working, so I'm not gonna worry about it. One way or the other, we're getting it to work. Now, you don't have to worry about these plastic parts running through. See how that one didn't have a backpack to go along with? It's not a big deal. When they're found at the end of the line and they didn't get used, they just go back into storage, luckily. So we don't have to worry about it. So we're not like losing it or anything, which is kind of nice. Mitchie's name is Feng Mitchell from Australia. He's 59 years old. He's with the civilian retailers. Okay. Feng has owned a bar her entire life and only recently opened a weapons store after seeking a fresh opportunity. Her bar was not the nicest of places, and neither were the clientele. So over time, she had picked up the idea of a weapons market opportunity out of the interest of both money-making and personal security. She continues to run both businesses to this day. They're probably right next to one another, too. The gun store right across the street from the bar. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, Australia. I love you guys. All right, we got 85 backpacks done. We should be getting done. I think you need 20 before it'll package it up and put it into a box and then prepare it for sale. So yeah, final products, 11 out of 20. So we'll be getting 20 of this in a little bit, and then we'll be able to fulfill this and make a cool almost 10 grand off it. New orders are available as well. In a second here, the day will be done, and we're going to move along to getting 9mm ammunition done. All right, bullet puncher just finished. Over to the research area. Now we need the bullet extruder. I like it. I wish I could do more than one thing at a time. That's the only issue. Like, can I go over here and start anything? No, you can only research one thing at a time. I wonder if eventually you can research, like, extra researchers so that you can research more than one thing at a time. Let me see. We got racks down here, which we have. Utility access. I saw we have utility leaning on the wall. I know that you have, if you look over here, right now we're only using 5 of our heat, 238 of our electricity. Now, we have extra boxes over here. We have a gas generator. We have whatever that is. I imagine that you can hook stuff up over there to increase these numbers so that you don't run out of your resources for making all these items. Oh, that reminds me too. Our order should be done. It is. It's done. Mitchie, I hope you enjoy, man. There's those backpacks. There's those gloves and everything. If we go over here to our clients, how does old Feng Mitchell feel about that? They're neutral. The reputation 7. So, I mean, it's gonna take a little while to get that up because our reputation with Jerry is 134. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. Other than that, we have Edward Fu from Algeria with the police force. We have an intelligence agency. I actually did a little bit for Torfius over here. Over in Germany, which is kind of neat. National Army over in England. That's Ventus. Does everyone in the arms industry have an alias? Like, is that everyone? Everyone? Because I noticed this is not the first game to do this. That other people have had aliases. It's very odd. I always found it interesting that in the arms dealership place, no one uses their real name. I think it was the same thing when we were playing the black market chemical thing, the chemist. If you guys remember that, we were doing the chemist and everyone had like an alias over there too. Over to the order area. I want to see if there's any active orders that we can fulfill right now with the few things that we have. So right now we have some backpacks, we have some gloves. Everyone always needs these gloves. You know, man, there's gloves all day, every day. Everyone needs a glove. I think I want to continue to work with Mitchie for $13,000. We can do that one. It is a freaking ton of gloves. Like, a ton of gloves. I seem to remember him having another one where he wasn't quite looking for like 6 billion gloves. Actually, you know what? It's fine. We got like 3 hours to fulfill this. And like I said, we're gonna make a cool 13.5 grand. So 80 backpacks, 280 camo gloves. Bring it on, baby. All right, got the bullet capper informer going on over here. There's all kinds of stuff that you have to get before you can eventually finally make the 9mm. But you get to unlock all kinds of stuff. The roll, obviously the bullets, the sheet, the punch, the extruded. We're going to get the captain a little bit here. Primed cellulose, nitric acid. Okay. Nitro cellulose, gun cotton. Wow. All right. Well, I guess I'll just keep it going. I want to try something. If I make another dispenser over here, can I get twice as many backpacks being made? Hold on, let me check this out. All right, I got camo gloves pouring out over here now. The camo gloves get made a lot faster than the backpacks because I got it so that they get lined up with each piece of plastic perfectly. So, like, there's no wasted momentum or anything. But yeah, if you stagger it correctly, you can probably get twice as many backpacks or twice as many gloves built using a lot of the same objects. It's worryful, though, because it looks like only one set can go into each dispenser at a time. So you may actually have to have separate lines for if you want, like, twice as many at the same time. One day, Gray says, I'm going to be able to afford a real laptop. So I'm not just pretending. I'm also going to buy myself a computer chair. So I'm not sitting on oversized ducts of electrical tape. It looks like they're like giant electrical tape rolls over here. What's this over here? Military tough boots. Oh, that's all the boots we've been making. All right, this is all our ammunition stores. I think we only have like 1 or 2 more things that we have to unlock to get the bullet portion of our ammunition done. And then we have to get all the chemical stuff done. I just noticed we need at least 150 reputation with the National Army to be able to unlock our 9mm stuff. So we're at 143 right now. I need like 1 more from Jerry. Oh, right over here, extra camo gloves. So unfortunately, I am making a lot of money off of Jerry right now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish up Mitchie's But it's not a big deal. Like I said, we'll get his out of the way. We're still pumping out camo gloves. I got a ton of plastic and fabric, so it's gonna be coming real quick. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, 149? Come on, man. All right, let me find one more job for Jerry, like a nice small job. Backpacks. Right over here. Jerry wants backpacks. Jerry gets backpacks. You want backpacks, Jerry? I'll make backpacks for you all day, brother. There you go. Backpacks right over there, an extra $3,200. $158. There we go. That's what we wanted. Over to research, and we should be able to get my license here in a couple days. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our bullet production license. License granting the legal rights to manufacture and sell ammunition of all calibers. That's how it all begins. And then we've got 2 other chemical mixers over here, and we should have everything to make the 9 mils. I'll tell you boys something. That's a beautiful sight right there. It's money. Money being made. It looks like plastic and fabric, but it's not. It's dollars. Clothing turned into hardcore cash. I kind of appreciate that it's not all about, like, making assault rifles and stuff like that, because you gotta start somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, before we get all these different licenses to make explosives and guns and bullets and everything else, starting with, like, combat backpacks and body armor and boots and gloves and stuff like that, all very necessary. The military still needs it. So over here to research, 1 day left for bullet production, and then chemical mixer, and then drying. And then I assume we will finally be able, let me see over here, requirements, research points, heater, cooler, chemical dryer, bullet boxer, and waste shaker. Ah, I think the waste shaker's down here. So we're getting this as well. So we need all kinds of, like, you needed a ton of stuff to unlock the ammunition. I can't wait to get, like, it'd be cool if there was eventually, like, animations for all this stuff. Obviously, like I said, super early pre-alpha. But, like, you know, like the sewing machines pounding away at the gloves as they go by, the merger over here stamping the plastic fittings into the gloves, the actual cutting machine, or even if there was just sounds, like, just like being able to hover real near this, like this, and hear the sounds of the cutter going to work on the fabric. Or the, you know, like the heater over here heating up the plastic or something like that. I think that would add a lot to the immersion. Oh! The Department of Firearms license permit in accordance with the regulations and provisions issued and maintained by the Department of Firearms. Your application, detailed in this document, is approved. You will find an extensive list of what this license permit has granted. We wish you the best of luck in your new venture. Now we're allowed to do all this stuff. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Back over to the research area. Like I said, we can't do this yet. We need to finish these ones off over here. Then I think we need to finish these. And then we can finally get the ammunition. By the way, this is what you need to make the 9mm. Look at all this stuff. You need at least 2 separate areas. You need one to be pulling out the sheets. Well, actually, you need 3. Because you need one for sheets, one for the cellulose, one for the nitric acid. Those 2 get combined into a mixer. Then they get dried. All this crap eventually goes down here to go into the bullet priming. And look at all this. All this is happening over here. We got hardening happening. That's so cool. It goes down into the capping, boxing, and then finally the end of the line. Oh, man. Woo! I got the backpacks flowing now, man. I don't know what I did differently, but holy crap, look at those backpacks go. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we're going to have an order done in just a second over here, I'm pretty sure, because the backpacks are, like, flying into the boxes right now. I feel like we were making them, like, half as fast before. I don't know. Maybe I just started beating all of my employees until they worked harder or something. There we go. There we go. There's our brand new box of backpacks. Hold on, over into the order area. And a brand new sale for $13,500. Feggy over there, we're going to be getting our reputation up with them as well. All right, we got some more stuff we have to do. We have to get the racks. We have to get the shaker. We're going to have to get this cooling unit as well because we don't have that yet. We do have plenty of research points. We're making plenty of money. The backpacks are really starting to spill out right now. There's plenty more orders for us to do as well. We've got our reputation up with Jerry well enough to go ahead and start selling him ammo. And then I think we're going to work on Mitchie as well. Guys, what do you think of Gunsmith. Like I said, we just scratched the surface of this, and if they can get like a ton more items, like more ammo, more weapons, more clothing, and eventually they're talking about like bombs and rockets. Over here, that looks friggin' sweet. And then also armored vehicles and stuff like that. That'd be amazing, because that would be like our production line where we were making cars, but it would be like the military. So it'd be just neat to be able to make all those different vehicles and everything. Feel free to let me know about it in the comment section below. Again, links in the description if you want to go and support it and check it out as well. Until the next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.